My name is Bobby Cochran. I live in Portland, Oregon, and I work for Willamette Partnership. We're a nonprofit dedicated to increasing the pace, scope, and effectiveness of conservation in ways that benefit people and the environment. Yeah, so much of healing and building a culture of health is about the spaces we make for relationships. And the most effective spaces are the ones where you and everyone with you is free to bring their whole true selves. So for me, my time with the culture of health leaders has shown and coached me how to create and sit with the spaces needed to create a culture of health. I guess I've always paid attention to the importance of relationships, but now that attention comes with more intention. As a guy raised with parents who were born as Irish and Danish Midwesterners, it was pretty normal to keep my emotions tucked away in my tummy. And I think that's much less true now. The answer to how are you doing is not always good or fine. The answer can be it's pretty challenging or extraordinarily exciting. When you bring your whole heart and your whole mind, you can start building those partnerships that bridge boundaries and create power to move mountains. Yeah, one of the most impactful moments for me was access to my executive coach, Gina Columna. Um, she was a gift I never would have imagined. I don't know if you know what an executive coach is. I sure as heck didn't when I started. And a coach is someone who I discovered can both see into your heart and reveal a path for you to do the hard work you need to do and open up new possibilities you didn't know existed. And so my coach really helped me rethink how I wanted to show up as a leader and to make more room in my career for the kinds of big systems changes we need for healthier environments. And one of the parts I've loved the most about the last 3 years is just getting to know incredible people, people who show up in different ways of walking through the world. And I think from my friend Nova, I've learned how offering prayers and being conscious about how those prayers move through the universe is important. From Rihanna, I've learned how to smile bigger and push harder. And from Jen and Matt, my two teammates on this project that we're working on, I've learned how to work in a team separated by geography but connected by common purpose. And so from everyone, I've learned and been reminded about how every person has power and something to teach. And so being open and listening to that is important. We're a team aiming to simplify how communities access the resources and expertise they need to change systems in ways that create health and a more equitable future. We do that in a couple of ways. We have tools that help communities articulate the benefits of their work in terms other people can invest in. Our technical assistance assumes we could all use that extra hand in making sure our voice is heard and connecting to the resources we need. At Shift Health Accelerator, we show up as peers, standing with you to achieve your goals. And we're building a network of like-minded leaders who can share lessons and provide support. None of us should walk through this world by ourselves. And right now, we're focused on making the outcomes-based field more equitable and accessible to communities. Outcomes-based funding invests in the good stuff created by community, leaving it completely open about how communities get to that good stuff. The challenge is that funding often focuses on actions with a heavy base of evidence that are easily measurable, and that money goes to organizations with a long track record of implementation. That's not us. We think these barriers make it too hard for community-led coalitions, changing systems for health equity to access what is now a pool of resources larger than $2.5 billion just in the United States. Shift Health Accelerator is helping communities in Hawaii, Washington, Oregon, and other parts of the US overcome those barriers and is working to move the entire field of outcomes-based funding to a more equitable way of operating. Teams bring new ideas. Teams bring power to change things. From the program, I was really excited to have a lens on teamwork that combines attention to equity, clear direction and commitment, and blending different approaches to leadership. Shift Health Accelerator's success rests in its commitment to equitable teamwork. Jen, Matt, our equity advisors, and I all intentionally collaborate in ways we want communities and funders to work together. Shift Health's team of equity advisors is made up of people from around the country doing different work in social justice and all committed to building health. The advisors ensure equity and community leadership is baked into everything Shift Health Accelerator does. They also provide access to different perspectives and shared values of communities that Shift Health works with and supports. So for example, we've got experts in food sovereignty, healthy built environment, and economic inclusion. We have experts in equitable evaluation and changing community engagement processes. For me, I'd be extraordinarily happy at the end of this program and as a result of our strategic initiative and the network of amazing people that we have, that we've unlocked access to $200 million or more of funding that can go to community-led efforts to do what communities say is important. That could be everything from a new park to creating a new program at a school, to creating affordable housing, to advancing living wages. A whole range of different activities that demonstrate that the right to be happy and to achieve your full potential is something that all of us have and have the power to achieve.